Hi there, this is Baird from Rhinestone Alphabets. We're going to look at 217 Combo today, which is a typable rhinestone font. Once you install it on the computer and open it up in your Rhinestone software, size it in universal point value, you should be able to make some awesome templates with this. Remember, with any typable rhinestone fonts, they size in universal points, and that holds true with most rhinestone software. There's a universal point number in Corel, Silhouette, and it's the same across programs. What we have found is with Cricut Design Space, that universal point value is slightly different. So what we have done is on each of the fonts, you're going to see a chart, and the chart is telling you how to size the rhinestone font if you're in CorelDRAW, Silhouette, WinPC, StoneCut Pro, you're going to use this top sizing. If you're using Cricut Design Space, you can see that it's a separate sizing. So let's start with Cricut Design Space and note a 243 is the size you're looking for this font. We're going to go into text and we're going to go up and in the system, which is your system, type in a 217 and you're going to see the two fonts with that name. We're going to look at the combo font and we're going to type a word. Let's go ahead and type with the caps lock on soccer, and then take the caps lock off, hit your space bar, and type out soccer one more time, and then you're going to get the inside of the word. Up in the size box, you are going to type a 243 and hit enter. So that is essentially sized correctly now for a 0.135 3mm rhinestone template. But let's go ahead and ungroup it, and I'm going to show you a little trick that I use at times. We know that a 3mm sizing is going to be best when you send this to your cutter, and that can vary. Some people like using 0.127, some people like using 0.135. It's a minute difference between those two numbers. You think it's a big amount, but it really isn't. But let's go ahead and grab two of the letters. And the reason for this is Cricut doesn't like the assessing thousands of little bits of information. And this word as it sits is probably, you're looking at 600 circles. So that in itself is a lot for Cricut to go through. So we just want to highlight two of the letters to get an idea that the size is correct before we go ahead and send it to our cutter and make our template. So if you notice, you're going to see a 0.14. Cricut seems to round up. So once it hits 0.135, it just rounds up to the next number. But if you go up into the size box, you can see this is sized at 0.135. So you know that this design is ready to go to your cutter. So now we have the two parts to it. And again, you can click Make It. Let's go into CorelDRAW now. Now with CorelDRAW, it's a tiny bit different. There's a lot of programs that you can use with CorelDRAW. But we're going to just look at it at its face value, this particular font. I typed out Warrior, and I want you to duplicate this. And then I want you to go up into the text tool, and I'm going to show you a trick. You can change the case in the text tool to lowercase. So now we have the two parts to this design, and what we want to do is make sure we have it sized correctly. So let's go back into that font and remind ourselves, SS10, it says 303 is the point value that you're looking for. So let's go ahead and type in 303 and 303. So essentially you've got the same thing here. This is sized and ready to go. But let's go ahead and with Corel Draw, you can break it down all the way to the circle level. And I'm going to show you how to do that. If you right click on this and convert it to curves, and then you are going to ungroup the whole thing. And the third step is combine it. And the fourth step is to break your curve apart. And that, now you're going to be able to touch every little circle. Okay. The same with this inside. Right click, convert it to curves, ungroup all, combine, and break curve apart. So now you basically can touch all the little circles if there's something you want to add or change. But we're going to group that, and we're going to group this. And then lastly, we can also align this. And that's all there is to it. So that is how you size in both Cricut, Corel, and that holds true with any of the other rhinestone softwares that use the universal point value.